Hi everyone, AMSOIL dealer training manager Steve LePage here with another edition of Quickshots. Have you been a failure? It's safe to say that most people would not hesitate to answer that question with an emphatic no. Nobody wants to admit to failure, but the truth of the matter is everybody fails from time to time. And while failing is generally perceived as a bad thing, we need to learn to make failure our friend. What I'm trying to say is that in order to be successful, you need to experience failure. Like a lot of things in life, the sales business is a case of trial and error. Success generally comes through fixing our mistakes and trying again. When it comes to failing, our egos are our own worst enemies. As soon as things start going wrong, our defense mechanisms kick in, tempting us to do what we can to save face. Yet these very normal reactions like denial wreak havoc on our ability to adapt. It seems to be the hardest thing in the world to admit that we've made a mistake and then try to put it right. We're so anxious not to draw a line under a decision we regret that we end up causing still more damage while trying to erase it. Being able to recognize failure and learn from it is necessary for success. Failure is very common, and sometimes a lot of good can come from failure if you treat it properly. The next time you fail, ask these 4 questions. What is good about what just happened? Focus on something that you learned from the experience. How can I use this as a positive in the next 24 to 48 hours? Get back up on that horse and try to correct the mistake while it's still fresh in your mind. What are the top gifts that this failure has brought me? Learning from mistakes is one of the most valuable traits of successful people. What skill or strategy do I use to make sure this never happens again? Feedback can be essential in determining which experiments have succeeded and which have failed. Don't be afraid to ask what you said or did wrong. If the feedback is harsh, be objective and don't take it personally. Take the venom out and dig out the real advice. Everybody makes mistakes, and successful people learn from those mistakes. Most of the mistakes we make are not life and death situations, so don't treat them that way. Author J.K. Rowling, who wrote the hugely successful Harry Potter books, said it's impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. There is nothing wrong with failing. There is everything wrong with not trying. That's Quick Shots for today. We'll see you again next time.